Okay, so received another donation deck list. Love Jane told me to build a 75 that had 4 copies of Yuriko in it for Legacy. The one I saw was playing Stitcher Supplier and Gurmag Angler, so that you could have a lot of 1-drops that let you sneak in Yuriko on turn 2, which I thought was pretty sweet, except that Stitcher Supplier is a really underpowered magic card. So the other option is like you could use Terramander to sneak in Yuriko on turn 2, which also seems fine. But I ended up brewing this up, which I'm taking advantage of like Spellstutter Sprite and Bitterblossom in this deck, because having 1/1 flyers works really well with Yuriko. It's like the old thing that, well, the current thing even that sees play in Pauper Delver decks. And Spellstutter Sprite is just very good in Legacy because there's lots of 1-mana cards floating around anyway. It's also nice because you get to run Mutavault this way, which is a card that already synergizes with Yuriko. But once you have Spellstutter Sprite, you actually have enough motivation to want to go out of your way to play this card, which is pretty appealing too. We're playing Delvers, even though we're not really a Delver deck, just because it's a 1-drop that you can attack with on turn 2 for Yuriko. So that aspect of Delver is pretty appealing. It's not clear whether a Delver is better than Terramander or not as our 1-drop of choice, but definitely like clocks the combo decks faster, which I feel was important, because we're probably boarding out our 1-drops against the aggressive decks regardless. So we get to go first. This is quite nice. We have Inquisition into Bitterblossom on 2. Only 22 ways to flip Delver. That's true. That is a slight issue. But we do have the cantrips to set up Delver, so it's not the end of the world. Most Delver lists run like 28-ish ways, so we're a bit short of like what most decks would run, but we aren't like an awful level once you consider that you can use cantrips to help. Oh boy, this deck seems like a scary matchup. However, we get to take their Mox Diamond, and then they don't have colored mana. And Bitterblossom actually seems slightly problematic for them as well. Yeah, it's not clear we're all in on flipping Delver on turn 2. Yeah. It's just like a 1-drop threat for Yuriko that does other things later. They played the Sajiri step, which is really good for us because it means they're going to struggle to get past this Bitterblossom. What's your second favorite card, Love Jane? Is it Bitterblossom? I love this card. This is my single favorite piece of art on any Magic card. I think it's gorgeous. Blue-Black Fae was your first deck ever. Sweet. I never got to play that deck, obviously. It's a bit before my time, but I think the deck is delightful. Oh my god. I guess we don't get to play both Delvers. Unless we can set up such a fast clock here. This is great. Damn. Yeah, so we get to go 1, 2, and then we get to play both Delvers, and then we can even upkeep Brainstorm just to get our opponent dead very quickly. Before they can draw into their colored mana. Rebecca Gay is my favorite Magic artist. Like, it's not particularly close. I think all her art is just gorgeous. Bitterblossom is definitely like one of the best examples too. Alright, I want to upkeep Brainstorm here. I don't normally upkeep Brainstorm, but against a fast combo deck, when we have 2 Delvers in play, this just looks really appealing to me. Huh? That's kind of brutal. Okay, we put back these. Oh, we're gonna have to draw one of them too. So we have to do like this. Alright. We still have a decent clock, and they're not doing anything, and Bitterblossom seems very problematic for them, so I'm not too concerned. It is a plus cat. Agree. Oh. Okay, I want to fetch and then Strix, because I know the card on top is bad. It means I don't get to play the Mutavault this time, which is sad. But, definitely just want to do things this way. Get a fresh card. Maybe grab an Inquisition or something. Rawr. Fear my 1/1s, for they are mighty. Oh boy, they have a 20/20. We have a lot of flying 1/1s though. And they do not have a Sajiri step in their deck at the moment. Huh, is that how it's... I thought... I was fairly sure it was pronounced how I was pronouncing it. But I'm willing to believe that I could be wrong about that. Alright. Come on, Delverinos. Yes. Now we get to dig for an Edict. Or a discard spell. Yeah, we have 2 Edicts in our main deck. That is correct. Woo! Woo! This is great. This is great. So, I get to return the Strix. If they don't block the Strix, damn. They're gonna block a Delver, so... I guess this means I'm putting the I'm gonna be casting the Strix instead of... I know I have to cast the Thoughtseize this turn. That's like non-optional. We get to use our Mutavault for black so we can play it. Wait, what? How do we get to use this for black? Oh, because of the Urborg. Oh my god. This is great. Do I want to leave back 2 blockers? I'm worried about them, like, drawing a removal spell. So here they would take 5 and go to 10. Alternatively, they take 6 and go to 9. How does that make our clock look next turn? I'm pretty sure we can't kill them next turn regardless, so I should play around a removal spell. And they're going to get to eat an Aberration, but we're going to get in our Yuriko, which is very nice, and then we get to Thoughtseize them. Alright. Turn my Strix. Commander Ninjutsu. My opponent is now wondering what the hell is happening to them. Interesting. So I just take the Crop Rot, I guess. So they can't search for like a Tabernacle or something. If they want to Thoughtseize my Strix, then they're taking 2 to do it. Oh, that makes sense, Prometheus. We don't want them to have like a sack outlet for their step. They literally knew what was in our hand. So, there's that. There is, in fact, that. That was definitely a play. Agree. Alright, start with this Strix, because we could find an Edict to kill them. The Ninja's deck. Doesn't it look delightful, Alex? Oh my god, the Mutavault's gonna hit them. This is great. I am all about this. If we hit like a force off the top, we kill them. Are we even attacking with Yuriko? If they block Yuriko, they take 8, and then the Mutavault trigger is like really likely to kill them. So I think them blocking Yuriko is something we actually want, because there are so many spells that kill them from this position. By which I mean all spells. That was not a spell. Okay, so we could die to, like, the sack a creature, fling it at your opponent's face that's in black. But otherwise they die. I would like to block. Is this acceptable? Cool. Oh, this was just the most delightful thing. Rite of Consumption, that's the card. That's the card I was thinking of. Sick. Alright. Bug, Dark Depths nonsense, huh? Bug, Dark Depths nonsense. So, like, some combination of this stuff. Fatal Push seems quite bad. They could be putting in Bobs, though, which we have to be wary of. I need to look at a list for a moment. I've not played much Legacy the last few months. Basically since the Legacy PT I haven't played a huge amount. So I'm gonna be a quick moment here to see what to expect from their deck. Bug Depths. So post board they're gonna have no Bobs. They're gonna have... Jeez, this list just, like, has no attrition cards post-board. It's crazy. I don't think Jitte is good, despite all those upsides. What's the theory around the Ninja deck? The theory is I was paid money to put Yuriko in my deck. Beyond that, we're playing Delva as a 1-drop, just to make sure you can get Yuriko in on turn 2. And Spellstutter Sprite, Baleful Strix, and Snapcaster are all cards you're really happy returning to your hand to Yuriko, whilst also, like, a lot of those are evasive threats. Like, both of these are flyers that get in past your opponent's defenses to enable Yuriko. Right, so we definitely want to do these swaps. The question is, do we want to make room for Spell Pierce or Surgicals? We don't have Wasteland to help with the Surgicals, so that definitely makes them less exciting than they would be out of, like, a Wasteland deck. For sure. I really like all these flyers, just because they let us block a Dark Depths for a while whilst we dig for Edict, so I think they're actually good. Weirdly. I'm honestly tempted to just run it like this. We've only changed 3 cards. But I'm not convinced we actually want Surgical. I could see a Spell Pierce over something, but on the draw, that's not even, like, clearly good. I think on the play this would be absurd, though. But I'm just gonna run it very close to what we just ran for game 2. Oh yeah, hitting Force of Yuriko is disgusting. 5U. Okay, this is nice. Got a Thoughtseize for some disruption. Can try and Sprite a 1-drop at some point. And then once, or even just run in the Sprite to enable Yuriko is kind of gas. Actually. Because we just get to return the Sprite immediately then. We also have Snap Thoughtseize set up too. In a couple turns. So we're fairly weak to the hands where they just like naturally play out their lands. But we have some amount of interaction against like the search effects. Which is nice. Oh, I could have just paid a black because of Urborg. I didn't need to use up my fetch land. That was very silly. Because now I'm in, yeah. If I go basic tap for black, I don't expose myself to like a wasteland or something. Right. So they get to find the Dark Depths. They have a turn free 2020. Their mana base seems not great. Their mana base is an adventure. I guess we just take the Sylvan Scrying. Kinda need to find an Edict at some point, because they do have the turn free. Doesn't kill us till turn 4, and we do have a blocker. Alright, that is an Inquisition. I think I just want to flash in my Spellstutter for no value. Most likely. So it means if we draw cantrips next turn, we can start digging for an Edict while still having a blocker in play. Alright, so they're gonna get Dark Depths. They got Tropical Island. I'm very okay with this. They're playing around Edict, I guess. Trying to play a fair plan. This is kind of absurd. This is kind of absurd. What the hell? Wow. That's a thing that just happened. Oh my god, we get to tap Mutavault for black, the dream. Brainstorm, Flusterstorm, Thespian Stage. We'll take your Brainstorm. But then, I'd like to put a Yuriko into play, please. I'm so happy right now, chat. This is like everything I dreamed of. Found another blocker in case they get a Dark Depths into play. Awesome. And now we get to have Sprite ready for like a crop rotation on future turns, potentially. We basically just really want to find an Edict now. If we find an Edict, we're in a very good position, I believe. Thoughtseize. Okay, they get to take our Sprite. But then we get to draw 2 cards of Yuriko. Which is nice. This Mutavault is insane. Whoever recommended the Mutavaults is a genius. Like, I thought it would be too cute, but here we are, I guess. Alright. Activate my Mutavault. Like to draw 2 cards, please. And deal a mysterious quantity of damage to you. Ooh, him to Tourach does not do very much, I guess. Do I just want to hold open Spellstutter Sprite? Counter like 1-drops, make sure I don't die to a crop rot. It feels like I kill them over 2 turns, basically regardless of what I do here. So I kind of like that plan. I just like really need to make sure they don't get a Dark Depths in play before I can either find an edict or kill them. I get another... Oh, wait, what? What the hell? That's so good. They get to block my Mutavault. That's so disgusting. Alright. Good draw. Good draw. Strong. Strong. Guess I need this flyer in play. Just draw Edict easy. I'm tempted to run out the Snapcaster. I feel like that has the potential to work out slightly better. Ninjas. Ninjas is sweet. I guess if I run out Spellstutter Sprite, I could also just like draw a Bitterblossom and cast it. God. Dark Depths are scary. Okay, good draw step please. I've had some clunkers. Maybe a function of the deck, but you know. They're doing it upkeep to play around a Stifle effect? That plays into like a Jace though, or a Lily. I guess they have to make sure they don't randomly die to our board after the attack with the Dark Depths, which is kind of funny. Also to play around Wasteland, yeah, that is true as well. I don't believe we have good attacks. I'm tempted to hymn them to take the Flusterstorm though. And get that out of their hand. Maybe clear the way for something later. Do we have outs? We have 2 Edicts in our deck, which are admittedly bad with the Mutavault in play. They could also just die though. If they attack with the Dark Depths, we have 3 ninjas. So like some good triggers off the ninjas to draw us cards could just kill them. Like revealing a force or something. I'd say we're like significantly behind, but we are definitely not out at the moment by any means. Yeah, Bitterblossom, like if we go like Baleful Strix into Bitterblossom, we can keep the Dark Depths in check for a fairly long time until they find a Sajuri step. That is true. Every Baleful Strix is a turn. Oh, this is smart. They're playing around Edict. By animating the Mutavault. Yeah, that would work, monkeys. Although, depending on what they do, there's a chance I just run out the Snapcaster as a 2-1. If they attack with a Marit Large, I think it's quite likely I'm meant to make a 2-1. Top to get top is banned, cat, otherwise that would be sick. Brainstorm kinda does that though. I'm unsure, BT. That's a good question. Right. Obviously I have to block. I think I meant to make a 2-1, because then I have outs to just kill them. Like, they could block a ninja, take 5, and we'd get 2 triggers. So I think I'm just meant to cast this. So I think if we draw an Edict, we're really likely to just kill them. By, like, getting the Mutavault out of the way. So I think Edict is, like, such a good draw regardless. Good draw step, please. Woo! That plays. That's a time walk, is what that is. Alright. Like to animate some Mutavaults. This is great. Woo. This is so great. Swingsies. Didn't respect the ninja beatdown. Just didn't respect it. Alright, we get two draws towards a force here. Oh, Vial in the second? To get the third trigger? No, we have a Spellstutter Sprite in hand, BT. Spellstutter Sprite blocks Marit Lage. That seems crazy to me. We have a Time Walk in hand. That is coward talk. This is great. I'm so happy. Wow. This is and has always been a coward stream. It really is. What was the next trigger gonna be? Alright, we're only dealing another one to them, but you know. I'm so happy that we won a match of this pile. This is great. This is so great. Oh my god. Should update the title, say blue-black ninjas. Oh my god, Milkman, thank you. Thank you for the bets. I really appreciate that. This deck is broken, clearly. Broke Legacy in half. No one can beat my Yuriko. I was thinking that when you did that, Milkman. Keep. Good hand. Acceptable. Incoming Sea Double Wasteland. Oh god, what? Why are there Ancient Tombs in their Thalia deck? Was this list from somewhere online? Or no, we made it ourselves, Gabroff. We took a list, but then we changed like 20 plus cards about it, so it's basically our own list. I kinda want to take the Mox Diamond. I guess I don't know how I beat Jitte. Huh? Thank you, Milkman, and that is the perfect fix. That fix is nice. Yeah, something like that, VT. It is curious. I think I'm going to take Mox Diamond or Jitte. I think I don't fight over the Thalia. My hand's like half creatures anyway. So whatever. I kind of like that if I take the Mox Diamond, I can land the Bitterblossom before the Thalia hits the battlefield. But it does mean I have to spend a force on the Jitte. Our deck is all X1s. We do have force for Jitte. I guess we could save force for a later card. Like, I think my plan was going to be, like... I guess the Bitterblossom doesn't block Thalia. It's a problem. I don't know how we're ever dealing with these Thalias. Did I look at Sakashima's student? I did not. Alright, I don't really know how we're ever dealing with these Thalias, but I guess we just take the Jitte. They get to go Mox Diamond, Pitcher Caracas. Oh, I could force Thalia, jam Bitterblossom. That is true. That is true. I don't know that I'm into that. Because they just get to play a follow-up next turn. I'm not sure I'm going to be fighting over this Thalia for a while. I think I'm just accepting it makes things awkward for us. I can hold open Spellstutter, but I definitely just want to cast the Strix, dig towards my land drops here. It is awkward, I don't get to hold open Force because of Thalia. It's definitely an issue. Huh? You wonder if they're a Chalice deck? Probably. Jesus. I think I'm dead. I think I'm actually just dead. Huh. You think you wanted to force there just to slow them down and get the Bitterblossom out? Maybe. I think seeing how their draws panned out, it wouldn't have made any difference, but maybe. I wonder why they're not playing... They didn't play out the Caracas last turn, it was interesting. They can't flicker our blocker at least. Alright, I will force that one. Is this Spellstutter Sprite? Don't know how we get out of this, but it definitely involves not letting Chalice resolve. Probably involves drawing a land next turn. Alright, I hold Strix on defense now. I probably shouldn't have attacked last turn. That was probably bad, because this keeps the Displacer at bay. It's probably too valuable in defense. Unsurprisingly, I'm not used to playing against Eldrazi Displacer in Legacy. I guess they're not used to playing against Yuriko in Legacy, so you know, give and take. Oh wow. I mean, they might just kill us here if we don't draw a land for the second Strix, but it is aggressive. 'Cause, 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 'c Okay, cast my second Strix. It's really weird. The discard spells feel amazing on turn 1, but like they go dead so quickly. So they can only attack with Thalia now. Okay, but they get to go end of turn flicker, untap flicker to go for the kill here. So I kind of need to draw a land to cast my Yuriko. Or another Strix. Alright. That's a land. I guess I'll take it. I like almost feel like I need to block this, but I probably can't afford to. I need the Mutavault, right? To quad block it. Yeah, next time I have 4 blockers and the Eldrazi Displacer can't ruin me in combat. You think the first Strix attack is going to cost us? Maybe. We don't have Force up this turn because of it. Land that is not a fetch land. Kind of a big ask, but wow. Huh. Interesting. So they're gonna flicker on our end step. But then we make them sack a creature. And they probably have to sack the Thalia, so they don't get to attack for a turn. I guess them... yeah, seems good. Wow, they didn't activate, huh. But now they can flicker twice. It costs them 4 life, and would draw us a bunch of cards. Reality Smasher. We were like kinda close to getting back into this. Reality Smasher is large. I guess we could Edict them and like live through this time, but we're never winning this game. Oh, that's true. Can bounce after first strike damage. That is accurate. Alright, I like might actually need this Pithing Needle because I suck against Jitte. Liliana's very good against Thalia, but pretty bad against the rest of their deck, I guess. Bitterblossom seemed quite poor there. These can definitely get out of the deck, no matter what we're doing. On the play, I think him should be fine. Spellstutter Sprite seems kind of bad. Their curve is so high. Yeah, we just take out the entire fairy package, I guess. I don't really know how we kill our opponent if we do that. Maybe that's why you need to board in Lily, so you can actually kill your opponent. I could see that being better than, like, mopey Dread of Night. Yeah, it's unclear if Dread of Night is good, because we've not seen enough of that deck, I agree. They could have Rinwing Mare, but we don't know for sure that they have Rinwing Mare. How was the light up the stage build? We went 4-1. Terramander was insane. Light up the stage, like, alternated between, like, half the time we cast it, it was insane. and half the time we cast it, it was like, looked kind of unplayable. So the jury's still out on that one. I think you might need to build the deck slightly differently to maximize that card. But it's definitely like a powerful card. It has potential. Wow. This hand is acceptable. Indeed, Dokumai, indeed. We are currently 1-0 with Yuriko. Although we did just lose a game, so we'll see. Oh yeah, Terramond is completely absurd. It's so nice that once you get to the late game, it's like it just doesn't die to Bolt anymore, because you can just play it with like a couple mana up. And you in like the mirrors, they can just never kill the thing. It's really impressive. There's like a greed play of force this. I was wondering that, BT. I wasn't sure which was better when I was building the deck. Okay. Well, that one we need to counter. Don't you mana tithe me. God, it really sucks spending a counter on this, but our whole deck is 1 mana spells. I know, Dokamoy, it sounds like such an awful place. I'm actually kind of upset because now you're on 73 timeouts instead of 69 timeouts. So it feels like we're now compelled to give you another, say, 347 timeouts. Is that right? 347? Yeah, 347 timeouts. It does track that. It only tracks it up to 99, awkwardly. Ooh. That is not a spell, but, you know, acceptable. It's kind of cool. We only have 22 spells to flip this turn, too. Except we also have 4 Yurikos that are essentially spells that flip our Delta. It's kind of sick. Like, this is basically like we flipped our Delta. Ah! I like how that's not only absurd because we just lava axed our opponent, but we also now have force up casually. 5U. Hey there, Mason. Opponent just saying in chat, sorry, got to read that card. Smiley face. Shout out to supplemental products. That's a Fadia. We can kind of kill a Fadia. I kind of don't feel like I care about Fadia very much. Also doesn't block Yuriko. Whatever. I guess they can now... Yeah, this is fine. Enjoying the ninja. Ninjas are great. I approve of ninjas. Alright. I would like to hit you with my Yuriko again, please. What does that ninja do? It's an Ophidian that hits your opponent for 5 when you reveal Force of Will. Sorry, 6 when you reveal Force of Will. Whenever a ninja you control deals combat damage to a player, reveal the top card of your library, put it into your hand, and dome your opponent for its CMC. You've also triggered it with Mutavault like 5 times in the 3 games we've played with this deck. It's kind of insane. It's kind of just the best. Alright, so we Thoughtseize them and then have Force Up. And we play the fetch land so they can't wasteland us off of Force. Oh, then we don't get to play the Mutavault. I guess I'm gonna Thoughtseize and see what's in their hand before I make any decisions. Yes. Sure. Alright, now we have Force Up and an Ophidian hitting them every turn. I guess they're scared of True Name Nemesis, and they did see Baleful Strix. So. Ooh, they can start bouncing. Oh, wait, what? Alright. That's a thing. Oh, huh. Well, I am less sad now. I was going to attack and make a Yuriko, but I guess this is pretty good. I guess this is, like, reasonable. Cool. God, I'm so happy right now. This is like, we're gonna get destroyed game 3 because I'm on the draw, but this is the best I've felt about a game of Magic in a while. All right, let's run it back. This is the best deck of all time. You love it. It's something. It is something. A Lily uncontrollably giggling. Shout out to Love Jane for sending in the donation for this deck list. I am enjoying this many times more than I expected. This is kind of gas. Are there any other high CMC cards we can cheat out? So the list we copied originally had Gurmag Anglers in, but I felt like Gurmag Angler just wasn't good enough in the shell, so even though it's absurd to reveal. Yeah, I'm kind of sad about that right now, Max. Roll those dice. Alright. Well. Can't beat a Chalice on turn 1. I think this hand is a keep, though. It's a keep and hope they don't have Chalice. Is Gush legal? Dokamoy? Pretty sure Gush isn't legal. I feel like I would have seen it at some point. Feel like that's quite a good Magic card. They discarded an Eldrazi Temple, which is terrifying. I think I'm still meant to Inquisition them rather than, like, dig for a force with my Ponder. But obviously this could go very badly. Wow. Right. They have a lot of answers to my Yurikos. I need to find a second black source very quickly. Get that Jailer out of hand before they cast it. If they draw an Ancient Tomb, we probably lose. Oh my god, okay. I was scared for a moment. I mean, that card is pretty awkward for us, but it's not a chalice. Okay. So yes, I meant to go Island Ponder, so that I can cast a Thoughtseize if I find one. Don't cast XX spells, opponent, you're scaring me. You and me both. You and me both. Oh wow. Black Source and Fatal Push. Guess we just have everything. Kinda don't hate drawing 2 lands. In case they draw a Wasteland. I feel like we're gonna have plenty to do with our mana here. No, we just pass the turn. Don't know if I meant to kill the Ballista just now, since we can't kill a Thalia with Fatal Push anyway. Please don't draw Ancient Tomb. Please don't draw Ancient Tomb. Please don't draw Ancient Tomb. That one's actually fine. Because I am hoping they never get to attack me with a creature. Alright. Please hit the Jailer. Hitting the Jailer would be so good. Let us go, like, snap Inquisition at some point, maybe. I guess we can just snap him them next turn. Then they get to Swords to snap. I just want to hit the Jailer because I'm scared of it. I'm mortally terrified of that card. I've seen what it can do. Awesome. So we want a Fatal Push and a Brainstorm quite happily. Like, Fatal Push lets us kill... I guess we can Snap Push the Thalia, but lets us kill Thalia. I want to hymn them next turn to take the Swords before I start attacking them. So I really want to have the land in hand next turn. Just don't put the Brainstorm on the bottom. I mean, might want to go him into cast Snapcaster so that I can ninjutsu my Yuriko the turn after, is the thing. In which case, I'm going to be using all 4 mana, so I have to get rid of one of these 2. So I think I'm just getting rid of the Brainstorm. Hey there, Gra. Good to see you. I think I'm just accepting I'm losing the Brainstorm, but I get to start ninjutsuing as soon as possible. Ooh, awesome, Gra. That sounds great. Him your final 2 cards. Sick. Now we get to run out our snap so that we can ninjutsu. But we get our Snapcaster back with the ninjutsu VT. And then we have 2 kill spells in hand. Right? I believe that's how this works. Like, this is the reason Snapcaster's in this deck. Not for any other reason. Just an ambush viper that lets you sneak in Yuriko. Jitsu is broken has been called. Awesome. Good one. It's a very good find. Means we can beat a spaghetti monster. I'm just gonna be running out of 2-1 here, I believe. Get the pressure on. My opponent just was very confused about us running out the Snappy, and then just wrote in chat, "Oh, that's why you played it out." This is actually kind of sick. If they return Yuriko to my hand, I get to sneak her back in. She's an Ophidian, Bobbin, that domes your opponent for the CMC of the card she reveals. And she triggers off every ninja, so we have a couple Mutavaults in the deck too. That have actually been kind of absurd. We've hit, in like 2 matches, we've hit opponents with Mutavaults like 4 times with Yuriko in play. So if they return Yuriko, we get to sneak her back in. Which sounds great. They are in the hard luck. I mean, they get to end of turn return her. It's not even clear that works. Alright, we still have Fatal Push up, and we can Edict on our turn, I guess. I'm so amazed that we might end up being 2-0 with this deck. If we hold up push, they can't bounce our ninja. Wait, what? Oh, because we can kill the ninja? Woo! 2-0 with blue-black ninjas. 2-0 with blue-black ninjas. This might be the greatest deck I have ever played. Moth Dust Changeling. Oh, is that the one that can change creature type? I imagine that's worse than Delver, but it does sound adorable, in fact. Does it cost mana to change creature type? It does work with Spellstutter Sprite too. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure I'm up for registering Moth Dust Changeling in Legacy, but it's not like the worst idea I've ever heard. It doesn't, Marcus. We already have 4 ninjas. How does it feel to break Legacy? Amazing. Sounds great. Feels great. Yeah, the 1-drops need to be good on their own, that's what I'm thinking. Moth Dust Changeling is adorable, though. See us, Lene. Safe travels. What do you have against powerful magic card? Moth Dust Changeling. I said it was adorable. I don't have anything against it. I like the Moth Dust Changeling. I'm not looking to hurt its feelings. Legacy staple Moth Dust Changeling is primed to shine. You would replace the him with something. What would you... A Kiba Gang. Did you see how absurd him to Tourach was that game from Prometheus? Like... Oh my god. So far the Yuriko part of the deck has been insane, and the Faeries part of the deck has, like, kind of not done very much. Which, I guess is, like, 50% more successful than we had any right to expect. No, it's really awkward, Max. Once they get above 99 timeouts, it just says 99 plus. So, we'll never actually see when Dokomoy hits 420 timeouts. Being in agreement with Dokomoy is a timeoutable offense. I mean, I wasn't gonna say it. Y'all are ridiculous. Autumn is the only one who can time out mods. Ooh, am I being challenged? Am I being challenged, Marcus? Right, this is no interaction, but against any interactive deck, this is pretty great. So I just want to go Island Swamp. Never care about Wasteland. Doesn't sound terrible. I need to time out the mod to agree with Dokomoy. I'm not actually going to do that. As amusing as it would be. Alright, please don't kill me, opponent. I would like to not die on turn 1. For the absurd act that is not having turn 1 interaction. Legacy is hard. Agree. Alright. Strong. Pitch to next zoom. Alright, so we have 3 surgicals in our sideboard, I believe. Uh-huh. 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 Cool, cool. Fun game, fun game. Fun for all the family. Alright. Let's bring in some sideboard cards, I guess. I don't know if Pithing Needle and Grizzlebrand is actually any good. Like, we have Edicts to remove Grizzlebrand, but I feel like if Grizzlebrand hits play, we're pretty screwed. Regardless. Bitterblossom seems slow. We took 100% optimal lines that game. I mean, it's not clear that fetching the island is optimal, to be fair. I have to cut 3 more cards. I guess some Strixes can go. Do I just want to cut 1 more Strix? We had Days Force on top, clearly. Obviously, I'm not cutting Yuriko. I'm not about that life. God. I guess we could cut these. They're like blue cards for Force, but I think we want all our black cards. And Strix is probably the worst blue card. You would have considered Ponder turn 1? I guess in our deck, we're not exactly likely to flip the Delver. But keep. They beat this hand, I swear to God. Don't you dare chancellor me. Alright, I'm not casting this Inquisition, I'm just going to hold open Force. because I can pay for the chancellor tax on it. And cast Inquisition turn 2. Yep. Letting them know about the Spellstutter Sprite is a bit awkward. Anyway. Obviously just letting this resolve. Come on, opponent. Make it quick. Cool. Alright. Well, they haven't killed me yet, so that's nice of them. I need them to not have 2 reanimation spells, I guess. Because the Grave Titan is problematic, shall we say. Oh my god. Sometimes they don't have it. Incoming top deck reanimate. Okay then. Deal. We have them on a 17 turn clock. I think I'm casting Spellstutter Sprite at their end step. And I kind of want to aggressively Brainstorm to find my 4th land. So that I can then return Spellstutter Sprite and have it in my hand again. Yuriko hits for 6 a turn. Alright, I believe I'm going to pass the turn. And I'm going to end step Sprite plus Brainstorm. Try and find a 4th land. And something big to flip to the Yuriko. Ob reveals Force of Will, obviously. Alright, I would like to Brainstorm. Woo. Alright then. Yes, we don't get to have Sprite open. But, I think this is going to be acceptable. We're in a good position from here, Love Jane. I wouldn't say we win, but... apparently agrees with us. This feels weird that they're scooping from here. This feels like really, really weird to me. I don't know. We're only hitting them with Yuriko once. That was an aggro scoop. Alright, I don't often do this. Yuriko hitting them once isn't going to make them scoop, though. You want it as the second from top so that you reveal it from the Yuriko hit. And Edict. Yeah, they can, like, Grave Titan. Yeah, but they still have 2 zombies. We don't get to have Edict open on their turn. Is the thing. I think I put it second. Yeah, I did put it second. Fizz. Alright, I'm gonna do this anyway, because that felt really, really weird. Also makes it more exciting for you. You get to wonder if I have the surgical in hand or not as I proceed to die. Keep. We know I have a Delver. We do in fact know exactly that. Ooh. That's a nice draw. Alright, just gonna fire off an Inquisition here. Go cast the Delver and make sure the way's clear, but I think I just need to make sure I don't die. Yeah, I've not updated it to a Kaya hand hider yet. Oh wow, what? Weird. Maybe they just didn't want to mull against like an attrition-y deck. God, I wish I just cast the Delver now. Regret. So I just take the Reanimate. Because this way they can't steal the Delver. I mean, we literally showed the Delver because of how my hand hider was set up initially. So it's also like kind of whatever. Pitch and Exhume to the Unmasked, sure. You get to take a card. Deal. Oh wait, what? They're targeting themselves? Well, now I look really silly. Good thing I have this Force in hand. Alright, now we play the game of hope they never draw anything. Maybe opponent was just the most aggressive scooper in the world. I feel like they are not dead here by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, maybe they were slightly dead. Maybe they were slightly dead. I don't bluff, BT. What's bluffing? I don't know how to bluff. The day I bluff, it's going to catch someone really off guard. That's not going to expect it. So it's all one long setup. Just like getting people used to the idea that I don't bluff. Catch them off guard. Tilted or a ghost. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway. 3 matches in. 3-0. Blue-black Yuriko is clearly broken. Just like broke the format wide open. Ninjutsu confirmed broken. Indeed. I'm so happy with this deck we made. Actually, like, kinda works. It feels like a loose goose move to break the format now and not right before the next Legacy GP. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. This deck actually looks good. It's like decent. I'm still not sure about like this package, but we've not really played the matchup, so this package is good. It kind of makes some sense. Aww, donut. That's great. That like, ah, that's the most adorable thing. Hi, Alex. It is kind of weird that this deck looks good, Bobbin, isn't it? Like, it's kind of weird. Like, Yuriko has just looked really strong. Despite Caracas being in the format. Details, details. I hope you get better soon, Donut, by the way. Sorry to hear that you're not well at the moment. I should run Watery Graves over Underground Seas so no one attacks me. Jesus. I thought the reason was more specifically because of your preference in Magic cards, Love Jane, but alright, this is fine. Rising. Oh my god. Humans? This must be humans. Alright. Wow. We have a Fatal Push, which is nice. Do I play around a Wasteland? Do you think it's Oh, I guess Death and Taxes runs Horizon Canopy sometimes. I think it's a mistake for Death and Taxes to run Horizon Canopy. But I know lots of people love to do it for some reason. Alright, if we reckon it's most likely to be Death and Taxes, which seems correct, I'm just going to search for a more coloured ladder. Oh yeah, like a white-green Death and Taxes list definitely wants Canopy. That's true. This is a very good selection of cards to keep. Like, when I was running Canopy in Taxes, it felt like the damage was actually mattering against some of the creature decks, and like, it would get hit by Blood Moon or back to basics, and that would be embarrassing. And the deck's so mana hungry, it just didn't care. Who told me it wasn't humans? Show yourself. Show yourself. My hard read on humans was correct. Damn it. The hardest of reads. Alright, I could get Bitterblossom going. I just want to fire off this Inquisition though. Maybe tag a Mother of Runes with a Fatal Push this way before she gets out of control. Oh boy. Sanctum Prelate. Imperial Recruiter does like the same thing though. Just goes and gets something, goes and gets a stupid, what's it called? Palace Jailer. I can't beat a Palace Jailer. I can maybe beat a Sanctum Prelate. Or we can get it next turn if they brick on land, that's true, but we can get the Prelate next turn if they brick on land. I just feel like if they get a Jailer, the game ends. So I feel like I have to take the Recruiter. Like, Prelate is a problem, but I think Recruiter is essentially unbeatable. I guess Bitterblossom gets through Jailer eventually, maybe, but we probably die before then. Okay, so we get an Underground Sea. We kill this Mother of Runes before she untaps. So we don't want her to be protecting their creatures. Now they don't have much pressure. They do have a Sanctum Prelate if they hit their land drop here. If they don't, we get to snap Inquisition. Ooh. Right, here comes the Prelate. This makes things very fun. They chose 2. They're really scared of Bitterblossom, jeez. Interesting. Kind of respect that. So I can just like snap push the freebooter, get the other pushback. Yeah, they know about snap. Oh, I could also crack this, snap push this. But I can crack this next turn once we have this pushback in hand and just like wipe their whole team here. Yeah, Vault go. Passing the turn like this makes it harder, makes their attack step more challenging because of us representing Snapcaster. Yeah, they get to waste the Muta. I don't think we care about the Muta much though, because next time we get to go push plus Bitterblossom, which is really strong. Alright. So, Mutavault down. Yeah, they're going to waste it eventually anyway. They're just going to save the Wasteland for the Mutavault most likely. For sure. Cast my Snapcaster Mage. Target my Fatal Push. What is this? Oh, are they digging for... Oh, they're digging for Meddling Mage? God, if I get got by a Meddling Mage, I end up feeling really silly here. Okay. Taste it. Dire Fleet Daredevil. I mean, we could have played around Mage by doing that in our turn. Oh, wow. This is all they have? Just a pair of Hierarchs, and we drew another Snapcaster because we're incredibly lucky. Get rid of the Sanctum Prelate. Cast my Bitterblossom. I can't actually block a Noble Hierarch here, so I'm going to swing. If they draw Palace Jailer exactly next turn, I think they can be in this game. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard for them. Drawing 2 Fatal Pushes against their deck is just, like, kind of unreal. Do I think opponent made a mistake by not playing around us top decking like a god? It's weird. I almost want to not attack them with the Snapcaster so I can block the Hierarch cleanly, but obviously I just want to kill them. Classic draw every removal spell in the deck versus humans, the dream. Whilst they draw like infinite mana against us. Ooh. Ooh. That's a good one. That stops my snap beats. It's actually kind of awkward, this one. Humans versus Blue-Black Delver, name the format. Yeah, you're not wrong. What am I meant to do here? Lose to my own Bitterblossom. That would not be ideal. Can confirm. I don't really care about Fatal Pushing either of these creatures. Yeah, we get the Revolt on to kill the Reflector Mage potentially. Exactly. Yeah, I think I agree with that plan. We have to race this Bitterblossom. Luckily, they do not play Mantis Rider in Legacy Humans. Legacy is bougie pauper. Oh my god. It's gonna be really embarrassing if we do lose to our Bitterblossom, I'm not gonna lie. When they blind flip. That's like part of the reason I'm almost tempted to just like snap Ponder, you know? Set up the flip for the Delvers so we end the game quickly, but it's probably fine just to hold on to it. Excuse me. Do not know what came over me right there. Alright, swingsies. They're going to need some very strong draws to beat us at the moment. We get awarded Toxic Deluge against them. I'm excited for Toxic Deluge. Card seems absurd. Alright, so I want to do this before blocks, I guess? Because if they flash in a Meddling Mage, I might want to change what I do here. I can block with a Fairy and kill the Reflector Mage. Aw, thanks, Cat. I'm glad you like it. Makes me really happy. Wasteland, huh? That is not a good one right now. In fact, it's quite a bad one. And we drew the Brainstorm for these Delverinos. This is great. If they draw if they somehow have a Mantis Rider in their Legacy Humans deck, which seems improbable, we do actually die here. So there's that. If they Mantis Rider, you will permit the concession. Oh, we chump with a Fairy. This is why you're better at Magic than BVT. You recognize, you understand combat. I don't think they play Mantis Rider. They play like Recruiters and stuff and Sanctum Prelate. I don't think they have room for that many free drops. Alright. Don't you kill me. Don't you gotta be like that. People be messing around with humans in Legacy. You get like Mother Runes, and you get to tutor for Prelate and Jailer. Prelate and Jailer are both absurd Magic cards. But I think the deck is quite bad. I tried out Humans a while ago in Legacy and I thought it was quite weak. Doesn't DNT? Yeah, DNT is just dramatically better. You are correct. I am not arguing with you on that one. But people seem to like Humans for some reason. Probably because it's cute. Humans kills people way faster. DNT is actually good though. Jitte's kinda good, except Reflect Mage. And like once we start attacking, I feel like we're winning. I think Force seems bad. It's kind of awkward to take it out because Jailer is basically unbeatable if it resolves, but we have Thoughtseize to fight over that. Alright, so this has a 61. Bitterblossom was good that game. I think it is probably not good in general. Although I could also see Yuriko being awkward here if there are like board stalls. I think Thoughtseize is probably necessary against Legacy Humans. If they resolve a Palace Jailer, we literally lose the game, VT. That is the text on Palace Jailer. It's 2-2, enters the battlefield, your opponent loses the game. So, we are currently 3-0, and we're up a game in our 4th match. PVDH. So it's going quite well. I don't know whether I meant to cut a Yuriko or a Bitterblossom. Bitterblossom does have some things going for it. I also don't know if I meant to bring in a Jitte. Jitte is quite bad against Reflect Mage, but otherwise it's probably absurd. It's probably just something I need in the deck. What the hell is a Yuriko? Yuriko's sick. Yuriko is the deck we built this around. She is a 3-mana 6/3 that draws a card. That draws a counter spell every turn. If you're very lucky. I'm going to cut a Yuriko. I think this is not the matchup for Yuriko, just because the board's going to be so stalled out. I think I have to trim down to 1 Bitterblossom. Like, Bitterblossom was kind of scary that game against their aggression. Yuriko is great. George. Should we have a Caracas in the deck to grind with Yuriko? Oh my god. The thing is, once you get a couple Yuriko hits in, you have like enough removal and stuff, you get to keep hitting them anyway. It's just getting in those first couple hits can be challenging. Use Caracas to loop Yuriko and Strix. Oh. Alright, come on, opponent. Yes, that is correct, George. Commander Ninjutsu, you ignore the commander part of that sentence in Constructed. I don't think it is Prometheus. We're like some weird sort of like halfway between like, honestly we're kind of a mid-range deck, I think, in terms of how this is played out a lot of the time. Kind of a mid-range deck. That just happens to have Delvers because they enable Yuriko. Alright, this hand is awkward against Wasteland. Obviously a keep. I don't know if I'm just meant to fire off the Inquisition rather than Brainstorm and just hope they don't have a Wasteland in hand. I guess then I lose to Fadia. You Death Inquisition. If they have like double Fadia, it gets really awkward. Believe I'm either casting Dread of Night or Brainstorm. And if I'm doing Brainstorm, I'm doing it in their turn. Just to cycle towards lands. They have a Wasteland. Casting Dread of Night is so rough. The card is so strong against Fadia, which is a card I think we're quite weak to here. Yeah, that is true, BT. That is true. I'm just going to get this in play. I think it's quite good against that deck. Tons of Fadias. Means top decked Mother of Runes is not scary. Well... Huh. Alright, this game just got weird. Fadia's Lieutenant, huh? Strong magic card. Oh, god damn it. Don't be like that. This game is stupid. I mean, we only have like 18 lands in our deck, VT, because Legacy deck, so it's not clear that we win. Dear God, need to find an island now. That's adorable. Yeah, I guess they don't have that much of a clock, but they do have they are drawing cards. We aren't the only person here drawing cards, right? Yeah, if we draw a land, Baleful Strix will be very strong. It's true. I wonder if we're meant to board out sprites against the Cavern of Souls. Probably. It's probably worse than something else. Hey. And now we get to play Magic. I would like to cast my Baleful Strix, please. Alright, I don't think the game's over yet. But we can fade a couple draw steps, we're in a good position. Night of Autumn. God damn. Rude. Mm-hmm. It's really awkward we can never build up our land drops here. Okay, at least we're keeping the freebooters at bay. We just need to find a way to deal with the Fadia. Believe I meant to ponder. Because it digs the deepest for Fatal Push or land. What is the non-human in that human's deck? Why is this in your human's deck? Unclaimed territory on knights, what is this? To be fair, we have Delver of Secrets in our Fairy Ninja deck, so... you know, guilty. If we find a Fatal Push for Fadia, we're in an insane position. When you get betrayed, it happens a lot, Love Jane. You get used to it. The first night you thought of... the moment it said night, I was like, well, I know what's happening now. I wish I had another basic in my deck. I know I wouldn't mind just, like, drawing a land, but I think I'm just meant to shuffle. Since I'm just gonna instantly crack this anyway. I guess a fetch land lets me shuffle away things with Brainstorm next turn. 1-3 is almost good against Fadia is the embarrassing thing. Like, almost good enough. You think we just want the land? And then we could upkeep Brainstorm. Thing is, we know we want to put these two cards back. Land, play Delver. I think we're meant to shuffle. I think we're just meant to shuffle. Drew the land anyway. Cool. And now we get a fresh Brainstorm next turn. We just need to kill this Fadia, then we can start churning through this hand. We're shuffling away lands because just getting a third land doesn't accomplish much in the face of the Wasteland, because we need 4 mana to start double spelling. And we need to find a removal spell for the Fadia, which means there are 2 cards underneath that land that are not removal spells. So what happens if we keep the land is we untap, we end up like casting, if we cast the Brainstorm and use the the reshuffle ability, we're drawing 2 cards we don't want. So we're not actually getting that much help out of the Brainstorm. So we have to, like, crack the fetch land first. Before brainstorming. And then, like, I don't know, I do not believe it's fast enough. I get that it's, like, a route to getting out of this situation, but I think I need something faster than that. It just takes so long to, like, gain traction that way because of the 2 cards underneath the land being so bad. I have no more basics, that is correct, George. That is an interesting one. I think I'm just meant to brainstorm. Obviously this is interesting because either gets rid of the Noble Hierarch and slows their clock, or like gets us one of these back, but we can't actually cast those for a while. Yeah, if we had more basics, I would have 100% kept the fetch. But as it is, I just don't think it's good enough. Okay, so I'm putting back the Spellstutter Sprite. And I think the Yuriko is not bad. Obviously the Thoughtseize isn't good. Yeah. Okay, so I get to kill the Fadia next turn. I can put the Yuriko into my command zone rather than shuffle it away. Oh my god. I don't think that's actually how that works, George. Incidentally. Yeah, that is the plan, BT. If they play another Fadia, at least we've like bought ourselves a turn and are developing our mana base in the face of the Wasteland. But I definitely think we just want to save ourselves some life here and cast the Fatal Push now. So they probably have another Fadia if they have a spell they haven't cast. But we buy ourselves some life and some time to cast these Brainstorms. It's another Underground Sea, which is good. It's our 4th mana source. Do I just have to Brainstorm again? Or am I going to go... If I go Edict, we either get rid of the... We probably get rid of the Hierarch, which then means the Fadia attacks us for less, and then the Yuriko is able to block the Fadia, potentially. I think I'm probably casting this Brainstorm regardless, so I might as well lead on Brainstorm. Oh, Delver plus Brainstorm, reveal on upkeep, then shuffle. So we get a free 2. Which I guess blocks the flyers. And can like let us build towards double blocks. We have 2 Fatal Pushes left. I kind of like the Delver Brainstorm line. Because then like Yuriko potentially lets us like start shoving huge chunks of our board in front of Fadia. I don't know. I honestly don't hate Edict plus Delver, except we lose our fetch land. But getting rid of the Noble Hierarch slows their clock down. I think I meant to Edict them. Getting rid of the Hierarch just like buys us an extra turn here. No, the Strix is dealing with the freebooters. If we ever chump the Fadia with the Strix, then we can't block the freebooters anymore, which is pretty problematic. Obviously, the Strix does not kill Thalia in combat because of her first strike. So I think they're going to sack Hierarch. It slows their clock down though. They could sack the 1-2 freebooter, but that gives us Deluge back. I don't know that they can do that. They definitely can't give us Liliana back, no matter what. Yeah, that is true, BT. That is true. I'm aware of this. I'm going to set a upkeep stop in case we do want to flip the Delver. We need to fade a good draw step from them for a couple turns, but we're kind of clawing our way in. Because Yuriko can potentially block Thalia as well. We have no more Underground Seas left on our deck, so the only lands left that make mana are Mutavaults. Alright, I believe I have to cast Yuriko this turn to block Thalia. So I am not casting a Brainstorm on my upkeep. There are so many draws that are lethal. Like, Thalia's Lieutenant is basically lethal, Jailer is lethal, essentially. Noble Hierarch is very problematic. I do have to try and kill them at some point too. I guess once I draw a Fatal Push for Freebooter, Liliana starts to essentially kill them. So my plan is just to find a Fatal Push for the Freebooter. I don't think I'm realistically killing them with the Aberration in a relevant time span. I think I need it back on defense. Yeah, if we get the Lily back, we're in a good position. I agree. Takes a couple turns though. Yeah, we have 2 Snapcasters in our deck that are also like pseudo Fatal Pushes, although they are pretty slow at doing that. I don't think they play Mantis Rider. I'm pretty sure they don't play Mantis Rider. I would be surprised anyway. It does stop us killing us, this is true. Accurate. God, this is the same game where we had no lands in play for like 2 or 3 turns. Obviously we're very, very far behind, but it's kind of amazing that we're actually in this game at all. Incidental Hedge against card they probably don't play is still Incidental Hedge. Alright, that one is currently fine. Sick. Alright, that doesn't do that much, but I guess it can block if needed. Interesting. We have a game plan. I'm gonna hide this Jitte. Gonna hide this Jitte from view. They don't need to know about this one. If they draw Jailer this turn, we still die BT. I think if we draw Thalia's Lieutenant, if they draw Thalia's Lieutenant this turn, we might still be dead. Oh, That stops us casting Jitte and attacking, whipping in the same turn. It also stops us playing Liliana. Jeez. Oh, that's fair, Bobbin. You're correct. You're correct. That is better. Agree. God. So I can't actually cast these whilst the Thalia's in play. So I guess I just have to kill the Thalia. If they have a third Thalia in hand, then, you know, beats. They have had one in hand. It's probably a random, like, irrelevant land they're holding to make us scared or something. I can still get the Jitte in play this turn, which is nice. Do I want to fire off the Brainstorm now? I can't think of any reason to do that. Just cast the Broken card. So the other option is they have a Knight of Autumn in hand, in which case we want to hold the Jitte. But we want to cast the Thoughtseize, I mean. But I don't think we want to cast this Thoughtseize. I think the 2 life is too important. The only 2 lands in our deck that produce mana anymore are Mutavaults. Thoughtseize down to 1, no fair. I think there's a world in which the life like actually genuinely ends up mattering. Is the problem. And it feels improbable that it's a Knight. Incoming, they Knight my Jitte, and I lose the game because of it. Human. They would have named Knight if they had a Knight in hand, so that's a relief. Alright. No, I mean they would have made it uncounterable, BT, if they had a Knight in hand. Is what I meant. I think I still just wait on this. Then we equip a Delverino. No, I think we equip Delver because they can trade the Strix with the freebooter. If we equip the Delver, they have to trade it with this one. And then we get to kill both the other things. No worries, Love Jane. That's fine. God. Who was it that recommended we put a single Jitte in our board? That person is a genius. Look at how absurd it is being. Like... Prometheus, you are a genius. Oh, we can mow down their second freebooter. It's an illusion. Alex. It is illusory. You can absolutely mow it down. Deal. Had to make my humans match up better. 4 and 0 with a deck we brewed up an hour and a half ago. I'm pretty hype about this. Make a deck on stream. Immediately 4 and 0. Come on, Trope. I want to get this list published. I really want this to be in the 5-0 lists. That would be amazing. That would be the most beautiful thing. Legacy, the well-known Brewers format. Yuriko doing her best that game. 1-3 versus 2-1. Exactly the reason she's in the deck. Dear God. Alright. I really want this 5-0. It would be the best thing. I might have to order 4 copies of Yuriko if I actually 5-0 with this. Probably something I'd have to do. I'm gonna post it to YouTube anyway, Love Jane, so you'll be able to watch it when you're fully cognizant. But if I 5-0, it will definitely be being posted. I'll probably post it this evening when I go to bed. I normally set them uploading whilst I'm asleep. If I can. Oh my god, George. I really want to 5-0 with this. I really want to get more Yuriko triggers as well. Our last 2 matches, we've not had many. The first 2 matches we were triggering her like every game very easily, multiple times. For all those who've joined recently, the highlight was attacking with 2 Mutavaults and a Yuriko at once, so we get 3 Yuriko triggers, revealing a Force of Will, a Thoughtseize, and something else, and our opponent died. I kind of want to keep this. They have a Wasteland, we lose the game, but tear apart their hand. I'm gonna keep this. I don't know if it's correct or not. We get to shred apart their hand. If they're on like a combo deck, this is like perfectly reasonable. Oh boy. We are not good against Goblin Guide. Is this how we lose the 5-0? Is this really how it happens? Hey, they're guilty. Glad you like it. This is how it ends. Bitterblossom in hand against Burn. Oh, what? What the hell? Yes, I'm taking this light up the stage. Note to self, put collective brutalities in my sideboard. Exciting is one way of wording it, Prometheus. Yeah, the problem is we're not that fast either. So it's not like we're punishing them if they have a slow draw. If they don't get to cast all their cards super fast. Land spike. Yeet. You really need to draw a Fatal Push. Then we might stand a chance. So they have a spike in exile. And a spike and a lightning in hand. I wish I had a Fatal Push. I could just Strix. Problem is they might try and empty their hand before I can Inquisition it. In which case I should just go Delver plus Inquisition. I think I'm just going to do that. Yeah, I think we have to do Inquisition plus Delver. Because we have to hope for them for Flood. So, like, hoping they don't draw a land so that our Inquisition's still live next turn seems foolish. On that basis. Wow. When did this deck actually become all lava spikes? I guess we know the answer to that very recently, but... You play Burn with Petals to run cruisers. Oh, I have a friend who did that. Apparently turn 1 Eidolon is the most messed up thing in the world. Do we have to block just to gain 2 life? Problem is, I feel like part of how we win this game is like flip our Delver, kill them quickly. They have 9 points of burn. We can just hope they never... Yeah, taking 2 doesn't even change the maths, right? Taking 2 doesn't actually change the maths. We don't go down to a new multiple of 3, so we just take it. And then the Strix can block the guide. Okay. They didn't play a land. That's a problem. Certainly a problem. So if we play Strix, I guess they attack anyway, so I might as well Edict them. Strix draws me a card, I guess. Thoughtseizes +1 life. I don't think that matters. I don't think that actually makes a difference. If we chumped the Goblin Guide, that could matter, but it leaves us on the same multiple of 3. So, like, as long as we're on the same multiple of 3, it makes no difference. Which multiple of 3 is dead? 0 times 3. One life lets us cast Fast Force of Will. That is true, but we don't have a force in hand. Rift Bolt. That puts us on a no outer, I believe. I'm pretty sure we don't have a spell in our deck that gets us out of this now. So we can't cast Force. We need them to like F6 through casting their Lava Spike, which sounds improbable. Oh my god, Phil. That does not make you a bad person. Though I have very much appreciated the gifted subs you have given. Alright. I don't think we have a counterspell that hits that thing. Also that. That was the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. Let's bring in some stuff that we can pretend will make this matchup better. What? I have not demanded this of the mods. What? Also, Phil is not subbing to MPL members. Phil is gifting subs to MPL members to my stream. Which is, like, not something I'm going to complain about. Take out the cards that lose life. Agree. Good decision. Good starting point. We get to cut one more of our glorious Magic the Gathering cards. Suggestions are welcome. I am not cutting a force. I don't believe we can. Those seem heinous. No, I don't think it's a card advantage battle. I think, like, stopping a turn 1 guide seems really important if we don't have a removal spell. Yeah, we have to have force. I think cutting force is really bad. I don't mean this is like a card advantage battle. I think it's like a race where we have to have like enough relevant interaction to slow their clock before we try and kill them. Yeah, Snapcaster might be the worst one, although it does trade with Goblin Guide, especially on the play. I think it's like Edict or Snapcaster are the worst cards. You cut a 1 or a Yuriko. We do have 4 of them. Thing is, she kills them quite fast, but she's also mana intensive if we're trying to interact with them at the same time. I'm going to cut a Yuriko instead of an Edict. I did not say that. Oh my god, Phil. The slander. The slander. This has no interaction. It has a turn 2 Yuriko hitting them. I believe I am meant to keep this. Because at the very least, this like forces them to bolt the Yuriko after she's drawn us a card, and I'm going to keep this. If we flip the Delver, I will cast a Baleful Strix instead. If we don't flip the Delver, I might just be Yurikoing them. It's libel, not slander. Yep. Our Yuriko is not a drain, sadly. It's one-sided. Alright, if we flip the Delver, we'll start attacking with the Delver. Oh, wow. That is so good. Alright, now we definitely just Strix. Strix can, like, threaten to trade with the guide, and the Delver gets to start killing them. And I think we're pitching this Yuriko to the Force now that we have an Aberration in play. Well, there's a decent chance we're doing that. Because the Ponder is like quite good. Mutavault can attack them for extra pressure. Alright, we're meant to force this, right? This is going to be so much damage. Jerry T is excellent. Jerry T is one of my favorite Magic players for sure. Oh my god, Phil. The Invitational does not influence the what? The Invitational does not influence the MPL lineup for next year. They have said that. Yeah, exactly, Love Jane. Love Jane gets it. Flusterstorm. That is staggeringly awkward. Is it bad that I want to block the Swift Spear because Mutavault can block the guide? Is Ponder better than Yuriko here? Maybe it wasn't. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think we're meant to block Swifty. We take 1 more damage this turn, but then we get to block the guide next turn. I think I'm holding open Fluster. What if we attack them with Mutavault? So there is a line where we like Ponder, try and find Fatal Push for Goblin Guide, and then we don't have to trade the Mutavault off. That is definitely an option. I don't hate pondering this turn over holding open Fluster, because we can also find an Inquisition, which is quite strong. Or an Edict. It keeps them off Spectacle, that's true. Ooh. This is a good one. But the rest are all kind of trashy. I can keep the Sprite, play the Delta, fetch Underground Sea to have Sprite up. And then Sprites are like a Bolt or a Lava Spike in their turn, and just hope that they have a 1-mana play. Which they probably do. And like not play the Mutavault this turn. We are taking a hit from the guide, this is true, but we get another threat in play. I think drawing a card is less relevant than getting the card of a potential land off the top of our deck post-shuffle. Yeah, I agree, VT. Okay, this is so good. This is exactly why I kept the Sprite on top. Because I figure there's a chance they start going after my Aberration. I need to keep my clock in play. My Sprite lets me do that. As well as getting another body in play to help. Hopefully they don't have another one that can kill a Delver. Gonna get rebbed again. Alright. Awkward. You really need to draw another creature to attack them with. Ponder. That is actually really good. Fire Blast the Delver, you cowards. Yuriko would be nutso here. Or at least decent. I think Strix is probably a keep. Draw the Brainstorm. Alright. So we had to play out the Underground Sea to have Fluster up. It's not clear that that's actually better than playing out the Mutavault, so we can like maybe start attacking next turn, but I think this is good. This game is not going to last that many more turns. We need to find a Yuriko to return our Spellstutter Sprite, and then I think we're in a pretty decent spot here. Alright, get to Fluster this. Spending burn spells on my creatures, into my counter spells, and that is great. Oh, I would draw a Jitte quite happily. It's true. Would be very in for a Jitte. God, if they attack us with the Guide, the land goes off the top of the deck too. It's so absurd. So even if they somehow kill the Strix, it's not even like the end of the world for us. Deal, you have 2 cards in hand. Get the land off the top. Interesting. I think I meant to cast this Brainstorm. Whew. So I'm hymning them next turn, this turn. 100%. So worst case scenario is they have Fire Blast, I go to 6, but then the Goblin Guide's really easy to deal with, so that's irrelevant. So I just want to leave an instant or sorcery on top for the Delver and play the Delver out and accept I'm taking 2, but I kill them a lot faster. So yes, I go Scalding Tarn, Brainstorm to hide the force from them. Oh wait, no, I can leave the Scalding Tarn on top in case because they're going to attack me with the Guide. If they don't attack me with the Guide, I'm kind of wrecked, except I'm gaining 2 life, so whatever. Oh, so I leave Force on top, because then I can Brainstorm the Force to the top, potentially, if they don't attack me. I'm just so happy if they don't attack me, though. I'm just so happy if they don't attack me. I'm willing to just put them back this way. I guess they could draw Price of Progress this turn, because I played out the Mutavault, but as of next turn, that doesn't do anything. So we need to fade Price of Progress for... That is fine. That's going to hurt them more than me at this point. So all we're going to do is attack them with Mutavault and hold up open force for the rest of the game. The Pyrostatic Pillar seems really bad here. Reveal. So now we just hold open force for the rest of the game so they can't price or progress us. And try and get them dead, I believe. So once we hit them once with our team, a single spell puts them in range of our flyers. Yeah, we give them then 2, exactly. You heard of ninjas. Hey there, ninja. There are in fact ninjas. This is game 2. We have a game 3 for the 5-0. With blue-black ninjas. So I just attack with the flyers, I guess. They are now stuck under pillar, that is correct. We have to be on the draw for the next game, which is much scarier. Like, us being on the play definitely helped a lot this game. You're here for the Yuriko. The Yuriko's been sweet. I thought her hand was decent this game from Prometheus. I agree it wasn't amazing though. It had like a solid plan. Nucleo. Oh my god, the tier 2.
Love.
The tier 2 resub. Thank you so much for the 10 months of support, Nucleo. A couple more months for your sword. Really, really appreciate the continued support. It means a ton to me. This has been really good so far, Ninja. It is overperforming expectations. This card has actually been quite good against the unfair decks for like drawing you into more interaction once you've like cast your early interaction. And the deck has a fair amount of play against the fair decks because its interaction is all fairly versatile. And like Baleful Strix is obviously just so good against creatures. Like, I've been quite happy with this deck. It's been a lot better than I expected. You already have a sword. You'll have 2 though. You'll be dual wielding. Oh god, if they don't have a Goblin Guide, this hand is amazing. If they do have a Goblin Guide. Are we bad enough in this matchup that we're just meant to keep this? Because it's so good against the non-guide hands. Since when is DC a mod here? I added a bunch of more mods recently because some troubles went down. I think I have to keep this. Like, I think Inquisition into him against a non-guide hand gives us a very good chance of winning in like a matchup that does not feel great for us. Yeah, too many of Dokamoy's comments were visible, so we needed more mods. Oh my god, they don't have a Goblin Guide hand. This is amazing. We get to go Inquisition into him. This is so good for us. Whew. Pyroclasm, huh? I mulligan occasionally. Not often, but... So I just take the Lava Spike and then the rest of their hand does nothing. Yeah, take the castable one, I agree. I think we need to draw a threat, but this is looking decent for the home team. God damn it. And now their hand is playable. They didn't cast Skewer, which is surprising to me. So I'm definitely just hymning them. Hopefully they have the Pyroclasm left in hand. That would be the dream. Oh my god. So good. We don't have to worry about that Pyroclasm for a while, so next time we get to Brainstorm towards some stuff. And they drew a land. We need to find an answer to the guide, but we're in a really good position though. Delver. Alright, so I want to Brainstorm this turn. Yeah, that is beautiful. This is great. I think I put back 2 fetch lands because they're going to attack. I guess they get to kill my Delver this way. I am a huge dork, Love Jane. This is accurate. I am a colossal dork. Yeah, we should hymn them before we play the Delver, I agree. Get the Pyroclasm out of their hand. Play Delver push. No, I don't want the Clasm to just kill my Delver. That seems embarrassing. I think I'm putting back the 2 lands and then passing the turn with Pierce plus push up. It's notable that if I crack a fetch land, I take a damage, which gets me into a multiple of 3, but I guess that's fine. Oh, it should have been C-fetch. Yeah, I probably put them the wrong way around. I kind of want to crack this to just like scry a land off the top of my deck, though. I don't know that I need a 4th mana desperately. I guess a 4th mana is nice with these. So maybe scrying a land off the top isn't too relevant. Yeah, I hope so, Love Jane. It's looking okay for us. They played a Mountain. Strong Magic the Gathering card. Him plus Delver plus Counterspell, that's true, so we're keeping the land. Yep, makes complete sense. Now we fetch the other one off the top. Find an island to play around price. Okay. Kill spell was nice. Yeah, we can get to a point where we can double counter some stuff. And there is light up the stage too. There's also Skewer. Right. Definitely just killing that one. Price of Progress now deals 4, but we have double counterspell for it. We need to flip this Delver or find another threat. Which I guess is a fairly large chunk of our deck, because it's basically non-lands, non-Mutavaults. Are we allowed to take 1 to use this fetch as a scry land? I guess we could. I feel like there's such a large chunk of the deck we're happy to draw though. Because like spells are good, creatures are good, Mutavaults are good. It's only like a very like discard spells and lands that aren't Mutavault. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's really strong. Force is actually fine. It's just like a hard counter spell. I could shuffle away a soft counter spell, but I'm not convinced I actually want to do that. Oh, you want to hold the Brainstorm to juice Fluster. You're correct, VT. I think your line is better. Agree. I kind of want to dump the Pierce and just play my fetch land, because drawing another threat is so strong. I think I'm willing to pay a life for that. And just get rid of my Spell Pierce. Because, like, we still have double Fluster to counter a spell, and then we have Force to counter a spell. God, I love Legacy so much. I have missed this. Why did they wait this long? It's really interesting. We might not 5-0 with this, Jane. It's still a bit of time to go. But hey there, brave guy. So if I Fluster this, I have to double Fluster to keep my Delver alive. Do I just have to do that? I do have Hardcast Force up after that, so we have to fade like one absurd draw step. And like the Flusters aren't doing much this game regardless. Other than being paired together on one spell. And we need to keep our threat in play. Yeah, I agree, Nuclear. We just want to keep a threat in play. I agree. We need to fade a good draw step. But then we untap with Force Up. For their next spell. Even if they have a good draw step, it's killing our Delver. Like, we can kind of cope with that. Maybe it's a Goblin Guide that we can like try and dig for a push for. God, Flusterstorm is like the worst card to resolve. Alright, this makes a softer price of progress, but I think I'm just meant to crack this. So it lets me hold up Hardcast Force if I don't draw anything I really want to do. Now we have an Edict for a Guide, or a Swifty. Bolts. I believe I have to counter this. Keep my threat in play. They did not have anything to punish me with, which is great. Ooh, this is a good one. Jeez. And we have a Mutavault. Okay, price of progress is absurd against us right now. But we have them on a very easy 2-turn clock, even through like a removal spell. I assume if they have price, they will use this opportunity to resolve it. Oh my god. Easy. Easy. so happy right now. The silly thing is, it's been so long since I 5-0'd a constructed league, because I was kind of running bad in Modern for a while, and this is the deck that I 5-0 with. Wow. This is gas. I have to post this on Twitter after I close down the stream. This is... Ninja Fae broke it. The Spellstutter Sprites were nice. They were actually, like, really nice. The Bitterblossoms were kind of mopey, but... Damn. This was the best donation league ever. Everyone thank Love Jane for donating for this. This was A+. Dear Lord.